What's up, guys? It's another entry into my vlog again. Um, Nothing too major this time around because I really don't have too much to talk about. I just felt like making the video at almost 3 something in the morning because I can't sleep. But uh, I was constantly asking for subjects to talk about in this video, and I asked around and really didn't get none. Well, okay, I did. One person particularly wanted me to discuss um, nipple rings and asses. And no, this did not come from a guy. This came from a woman. Uh, for the life of me, I don't know why she wanted me to discuss nipples and asses and nipple rings. Oh God. But uh, if you want my opinion on them, I like nipple rings on women. They are nice. Um, do I suggest every woman should get them? No, but I like them. As far as ass is concerned, I like them. They're nice. They're beautiful. Um, I've been told I had a nice one myself, and still is a hard concept to grasp that anybody would find any part of my body to be sexy. But you know, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I can't tell you any different. That's the last thing I would think, anybody would find that attractive, but okay, I'll go with it. I guess I could talk about the last couple of messages that I received on Tumblr recently. There were questions about my past relationship. Uh, it's one of those real touchy subjects for me, because it's the relationship in itself was kind of a tough thing for me to deal with. I can tell you it was a new experience for me at the time when I got into this relationship with her, and it was one of those relationships where I really had to try to put time and effort into it to try to make it work. And even though I made strides to attempt to try to make it work, it the realization kicked in once I got dumped that it just was not going to work, and I should have seen it coming. Uh, like I said, hindsight's 2020, and when it comes to matter of hearts, you get blinded by um, certain issues. Because if you really feel strongly about that person, you care deeply about that person, you're willing to look beyond that point. Um, I was guilty of doing certain things wrong in that relationship that I will admit to now. It took me forever to realize the things that I did do wrong and where I did go wrong in that relationship. But it wasn't all my fault. I mean, it said, I always say it takes two to tango, and it does. And I said we both made mistakes that pretty much told us that the relationship was going to work out. The thing about it was, since I didn't realize it wasn't going to work, she, on the other hand, saw what I couldn't see, apparently, and decided to break up with me. Um, the worst part about handling the breakup for me, particularly, was how it happened. I was not too appreciative of how the relationship ended. Uh, she broke up with me in a whole different manner, maybe. I would have, accepted it a little bit more. I should say, accepted, probably maybe handled it a little bit better than what I did. Because I came home and I cried. I sat there and I cried. The, the, the day I got back, I tried to, because I said I packed up my stuff and I moved out for this girl and made a huge sacrifice, and probably one of those decisions that I should regret doing, because in the aftermath of the whole situation kind of bit me in the ass afterwards when I realized some of the mistakes I did make by making that move. But at the time, I thought, you know, not only was this a good move as far as, building a relationship, but a good move is for me personally, because it was uh, change of scenery for me at the time. I thought maybe that's what I needed in my life, was maybe, a new change of scenery, a new setting, new environment, new people. But it turns out that, I kind of realized after the fact how much I really did miss being here where I'm at now, because um, as much as a headache as my family has been over the years, last few years, I still love them, still care about them, still like to be close to them, and enjoy my friends. I like being around them too. They're cool people. Um, I enjoy my friends very much so. Uh, those people have had my back for a long time, and they have always looked out for me. And the last 6 years with some longer than that, but I've been very appreciative of having those friends around. But I'm getting off track a little bit. But like I said, I made those sacrifices in order to try to strengthen a relationship with something I thought possibly could be a long term, longer than what it lasted. I kind of really did see a future with her at some point in that whole relationship, where I thought, if I stick it out and we survive this, that maybe one day she might be the one I might want to start a family with. That was pretty much my mindset going into it, but it was not meant to be. I do believe in fate, you know, putting certain people in your life for a reason, and maybe that was one of those people that need to be in my life for that reason. It's just unfortunate that it didn't work out the way I thought it would at the time, but I guess it's for the better, because it's more of a growing experience. I can take a lot from that relationship, and maybe, like I said, the mistakes I make, correct those mistakes, and maybe possibly invest them into my next relationship. Whoever, I decide to start a relationship with. Um, it's definitely one of those things that will make me grow into a better person, uh, a better lover, um, possibly a building block to making me a good husband and father in the future, if that is part of my future. I would like it to be. Um, it was unfortunate, but I had to learn to move on and take my blows. Uh, if you wonder why I didn't handle it as well, I did. It wasn't so, like I said, I mentioned before, it wasn't so much the breakup; it was how it was presented to me. Um, I don't want to go necessarily into detail as far as how it ended because that's a touchy subject, not only for me but for her, and I don't want her to take the brunt of what happened when that relationship ended. Um, Nor do I want her to be bombarded with questions. So if you do watch this, please don't go looking for it and asking a million questions on why it happened or what happened, because as much as I hated that breakup, I care about her enough to know that she doesn't need that attention at all. Um, it sucked. It totally sucked. Um, I wish it didn't go down that way at all because it didn't need to happen like that. Uh, I would like the situation to have been handled a little bit better, but you know that's part of life. You don't necessarily get everything you want, but I I'll survive. I'm pretty sure I can survive that one. It's just deep wound in my heart, truthfully, but it's something I can make it through, and I'll be okay. I'll try to make it. Uh, Somebody also told me that he told me he I'm close to a relationship guru. Um, Particularly the followers who are hopeless romantics. I wouldn't call myself a guru per se. I wouldn't probably call myself an expert or anything like that. Just for the sheer fact that my relationship experience is so minimal. Not even funny. I'm probably the last guy you should probably ask for relationship advice, honestly. But people somehow manage to find and always ask me, relationship advice questions, which is so weird to me sometimes. But I'm willing to answer them half time though anyway. Uh, I try to give decent advice. I try to give advice that makes sense for the most part, and uh, try to leave the person with letting them make their own decisions when it comes to it. I mean, they can take that advice either one way. It can either help them out, harm them. I mean, I don't know how they are supposed to take that advice, but like I said, I try to give them some kind of advice as far as what to do to make it better for yourself. I mean, most of the advice I give, I learn from uh, close acquaintances and friends and their relationships experiences. I take a little bit from what they know, and like these do's and don'ts, and I try to put them together to make my own personal do's and don'ts list as far as relationship is concerned. I mean, I haven't had much experience to apply most of them, at least, because my relationships kind of were somewhat short and ended abruptly. in ways I didn't imagine. Um, like I said, I hope, maybe one day I can possibly find love again. Uh, but until then, I'm still searching. Uh, I'm always looking to see who's around and whatnot. Uh, try to keep an open mind when it comes to dating. I never really, I mean, I have preferences as far as what I look for in a woman, but I usually don't care too much about them because I'm usually have an open mind as far as who I date and who I don't date. Um, because you're never really sure who's exactly perfect for you. Honestly, not you really don't know who's that perfect soulmate, that perfect person until you're probably knee deep into the relationship. Or at this point, where it's like you so far into it, uh, you practically around each other a lot and spend a whole lot of time together. I mean, you really start to know that person when you, let's say, if you've been there for maybe more than a year. Honestly, my personal feeling, you maybe I won't say maybe 9 months to a year should be a good judgment of where you going with that relationship at that point. Because let's say you into that, let's say you close to that full year in 9 months, and then you survive that full year at that, you pretty much you got an idea where some things are going in that relationship. And that can either go uphill or it can go downhill. It depends. But I said you're never really sure though. I said I hope to find somebody one of these days that's willing to put up with me and deal with my BS. Because I got a ton full of baggage, I'm not perfect and by no means, but like I said, I hope I get lucky. That's usually what it is at this most part. I'm hoping I kind of hit the uh, romantic jackpot, if you will, and find somebody that's, you know, willing to love me for who I am, and hoping I can find somebody that, uh, truly, honor and adore and love unconditionally. I just hope. I said it's never guaranteed, but you always keep your fingers crossed. Uh, like I said though, if you, I hope I always like seeing people finding their one special person in their life. It's like I said, I'm all hope is romantic for not just myself but for other people. I like seeing people in love. And it's so weird sometimes too, because I kind of like hate it and love it so much. Because it's like at one point I love it. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy for you. You find love. You find somebody that like is willing to deal with you and love you for who you are and think you're like the most special thing in the world. But at the same time, I'm like, God, this guy suck. Why can't I never find anything like that? How he get that lucky? It's like I get jealous. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I get jealous, but like I said, I always hope I get to be where some people at. I know people, I got friends and acquaintances. You know, got these brand new relationships. Some of them, some been together for a year. Some been, let's say, some 9 months. This year, 9 months, kind of threw that backwards. Said I even got friends who are married, which is cool too. Um, said I like to see that. I'm always, sucker for love in all shapes and forms. I like seeing people happy that they're in love, especially consider that that's what I want to. I've always wanted that for the most part. So it's always a nice thing to see people in love, and said I always want that. So that's I think that's the reason why I give that kind of advice to those people, particularly who ask me that. I'm willing to give advice to those people like that who ask me these questions because I want to see them happy and satisfied and enjoying life, being with that one special someone right next to them, being next to them in every moment, enjoying every moment with them. Uh, it's always a good thing. Said it's kind of hard not to appreciate that and be happy for them. But I think I'm just rambling on in circles now and probably going crazy, especially considering I'm like not sleeping right now and I need to sleep, but for some reason I can't sleep. Um, I try to, probably here in a minute, but I guess it's enough rambling for me for today. Uh, I'll catch you people later. I'll try to post another video pretty soon. If you got topics that you want me to discuss in the near future and things you want to see on here for me to talk about, uh, just leave me a suggestion in the comment section or hit me up on Tumblr, um, Twitter. Said I'm if you want to PM me, uh, Facebook. Like I said, just leave me a message. Let me know what you want to hear from me. If you want to listen to me talk, if not, I just keep trying to ask for new subjects to talk about or find something new to talk about. But I guess I'll see y'all later.